Child. Just when we thought maybe, just maybe we can celebrate Christmas without any Diddy news. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Instead, we are thrown back in the dragon's den with new details about Diddy's freak-offs. Friends, welcome back to another episode of Q Culture. You know the deal. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. All right. So, Cassie's friend Tiffany Red is back in the news. We say back because the first time we heard of her was when she came out and wrote the op ed following Cassie's lawsuit when she named her as a witness of how things played out on her 29th birthday and the day following that. Well, child. She's now being interviewed by NBC News and she's doing more talking. In this video, we will be reacting to some of her comments. We're not gonna play the whole video just because we want you to go check it out. By the way, if you want to watch the whole interview, it's on nbcnews.com, so you can catch the whole interview there. However, we will be reacting to bits of it that we think is important, and we will add our commentary to that. All right, let's go.
I don't think people understand what it's like to be traumatized by somebody famous and rich because you can't get away from them. So he had her back into the corner and he was like cussing her out with his hand in her face.
Later that night, Red, who was staying at Cassie's home, says she awoke to screaming.
He's standing in the living room area and she's there. And he was like, emotional singing, there you are. And I just was like, oh, he's talking to me. And I remember, I don't know if you know what his voice sounds like, but I felt like I was in the presence of his monster inside. And I remember looking in his eyes and I said to him, what did y'all do? Because I could see that she was really sedated. That was the first time I ever seen her high before. And then he says, tell your girl she wants some birthday. And we were like, well, I mean, he's saying this to me, and I'm like, well, she doesn't have to have sex with you if she doesn't want to. He was upset, I guess that she didn't want to do with him whatever he wanted. I don't know. I don't feel like I could advocate for myself in that moment. I realized, oh, this guy is dangerous.
So in here, Tiffany explains that it is hard for somebody to escape somebody that is rich. They can escape, but the person is so rich that they can always find them and hurt them, you know? And we guess it's Tiffany's way to say Cassie did what she did because she didn't have any other way. Tiffany Red says that she didn't witness the physical hurt that Cassie mentioned in her lawsuit. We're using the word physical hurt. Hopefully, you know the proper word for it. We just don't want to be demonetized by YouTube. So Tiffany Red is saying that she's never witnessed the physical hurt, but she's witnessed the verbal hurt. And she tells a story where Diddy shows up at karaoke where Cassie was with her friends, and Diddy has said some things that pointed towards a verbal hurt. Tiffany Red also mentions that when she was staying with Cassie and Diddy, and all this happened during the week of Cassie's 29th birthday. So when Tiffany Red was staying with them, she woke up to screaming and yelling and all that stuff. And Diddy wanting to make Cassie do things that she didn't want to do. And Diddy addressed Tiffany Red and telling her to tell her friend Cassie that she needs the D. Basically, Diddy wanted to have intercourse. Tiffany Red didn't know, it wasn't her place to say anything. And she said something in the lines of, well, she doesn't have to have intercourse with you if she doesn't want to. Tiffany Red would later on talk about the first time she saw Cassie high, so under substances, and she's never seen her in that light before. And that's when she knew something was wrong. And not just that, she realized that Diddy was dangerous, hence why she refers to him as monster. So this is what NBC News said.
Red says it was only a few months ago that Cassie told her what was really going on that night in 2015, that it all stemmed from the music executive wanting her to take part in what he called a freak off against her will.
Sure. If Cassie signed an NDA when she left Diddy in 2018, if she did, then her telling this friend about whatever she went through with Diddy might be an issue.
What did Cassie tell you about these freak offs? You know, that he would hire these like sex workers and like they would have, you know, sex with her or whatever, and he would watch and tell them what to do.
Cassie mentioned this in her lawsuit, saying that she was forced into having these FOs with Diddy.
She told me the only time he was willing to do anything or work on her music, go through any plans, any of that, was when she had a freak off. So all of our music, all my work, to find out that like I spent all these years writing these songs for him to rape my friend to, like, is just disgusting.
Tiffany Red learned new things about Cassie and her time with Diddy. And those two things are, first of all, Cassie would only have access to her songs if and only if she participates in the FOs. That's like being a slave, basically. If you do what I tell you, then you get compensated. This is a new piece of information that Tiffany Red is bringing to our attention. She's saying that
I remember one time her telling me that I think it might have been The Perfect Match, that movie that she was in, and she told me that she had a black eye under her makeup.
Do you believe Diddy is a dangerous person?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I mean, look at his rap sheet.
Tiffany Red is breaking this news to NBC News exclusively, saying that Cassie revealed to her that when she played in the movie The Perfect Match, she had a black eye, and the black eye was masked by makeup. Boy, oh boy. Guess what we're doing this weekend, guys? We will be watching The Perfect Match to see if we can find some clues. In 2015, Diddy was arrested under 3 counts of assault with a deadly weapon and then some for allegedly beating his son's football coach. Prosecutors declined to file charges related to the arrest. Had the prosecutors filed, Diddy would have caught a criminal charge, and that wouldn't have been good for him. So, all his life, he's been steering away from catching a criminal case. Diddy got away from this case yet again because he settled with the coach amicably, as always. The same thing happened with Cassie's lawsuit, which took 24 hours to settle. How can someone keep committing a crime and the system continues to encourage him as long as he pays? NBC News did reach out to Cassie's lawyer for comment, and there was none. Same thing with Diddy's lawyer's office, Ben Bruffman, radio silence. Tiffany Red says justice for her looks like Diddy behind bars.
I think justice looks like Diddy being behind bars. And I also think that justice looks like everybody getting retribution for all of the things, the amount of therapy. Like I just said, all of the moments, the time, like these are our careers.
We doubt that will happen unless Diddy pisses off the wrong people in Hollywood. Then sure. Meanwhile, Diddy broke his silence to wish his mother and twin daughter a happy birthday. So to Diddy's mom, he posted happy birthday to my beautiful mother. Love you so much. Heart emoji. And to the twin daughters, he posted happy birthday to my beautiful daughters, Jessie and Delilah. Love y'all. Have a great day. Heart emoji. How sweet. What do you think of Tiffany Red's interview? Do you think Cassie broke her non-disclosure for sharing further information with a friend? Comment below. As always, we love you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye for now.